Hi Virgo, welcome to this reading. This is for Virgo Sun, Moon and Rising signs.
Okay, we've got Seven of Wands and Knight of Swords. So straight away it feels like, things are speeding up. Things are going to start happening quite quickly whenever the Knight of Swords appears. And it's like, when things have been on hold for so long, the Knight of Swords is desperate to, get out and get moving again. So the current energy is one of fast-moving energy. It is going to start shifting very, very quickly for you. The Seven of Wands, it's about competition, but it's also about like struggle and challenges. But these are kind of challenges that you're going to enjoy overcoming. So this combination of cards for the current energy is telling me that you're overcoming obstacles very, very quickly here with the Knight of Swords. Like I said, he wants to resolve any conflicts as quickly as possible. This is someone who is courageous and a little bit forceful maybe, but only in the sense that they have a lot of passion. It's not someone who is controlling. It's kind of like someone who's who knows what they want. He knows what they want. He knows what he wants, and he wants to overcome these obstacles. So the current energy is definitely one of overcoming hostility, is what I'm being told. There might have been some hostilities between you and your counterpart, and that is what we want to move through quite quickly now. Okay, we're going to get a card to see what is going on in the short term, so in the next couple of days. So we'll focus on this weekend. So what is going on this weekend in the collective? I'm only going to take cards that really jump out at me because I want this to kind of just flow so naturally. So this weekend, we have the Knave of Pentacles. There may be communication for some. For others, this is someone preparing to communicate. And the Tower. Wow. Something is happening which is going to shift things. This Tower card is one of life experiences. It is those sudden aha moments, and this could very well be what is going on between you and your counterpart right now, is that you're both really having this moment of sudden realization about what needs to happen next or what action you want to take. I feel like this weekend you and your counterpart are going to be spending some time alone, kind of reflecting, and this is like research and study. It's someone who's going within for answers and also trying to learn more, trying to understand and learn more about what is going on currently, is what I'm being told. And having that ability to learn as well. So this weekend you're really going to be open to the divine, especially this divine intervention that's coming. I will pull a clarifier for this Tower in a second, but I just want to read this combination first. And it is really like, you're going to be able to learn something that you haven't been able to learn before. The Tower has cleared some kind of energy where you've struggled to learn a lesson or to understand why something was happening, and now that's falling away. It's upside down. There we go. So let's have a clarifier for this Tower. What is this Tower about this weekend? What is the Tower about? The Twin Flame Collective this weekend, please, Spirit. The Fool and the Knight of Wands. This Tower is about someone preparing to take a leap of faith, and the Knight of Wands is another knight. It's another card of action. So there is a lot of action going on in the collective at the moment and for the next couple of days. Someone could be visiting you. The Tower could bring about someone taking a leap of faith to come and see you in the physical, because the Knight of Wands is a card of travel. You and your counterpart are both preparing to really do this now, to really kind of like do the journey together. Definitely a new beginning coming. And it is happening quite quickly. It is like someone is going to come back. So this weekend is going to bring about some kind of realization. You're going to be able to learn something, some download of information for you or your counterpart, which is going to push you to take this leap of faith towards taking action. And I feel like that's going to be about seeing each other. Just going to get one card where the masculines are currently. I'm going to use a different deck actually. We'll use my Rider-Waite deck. Just a card for the masculines. Masculines currently, where are they at? The King of Cups did jump out. So masculines are currently feeling their emotions quite heavily. Really in tune with their heart space is what I'm being told. You know, really listening to their heart, following their heart's guidance. What else for the masculines do we need to know? Page of Cups, King of Cups, lots of emotions, lots of love. The masculines are currently at a place where they've emptied their cup, because the King of Cups came out first, and that was for where the masculines are at. And I said, what else we need to know about the masculines? And we got the Page of Cups. The masculines have evolved from this immature energy to the King of Cups. If you look at my reading from the start of September, when I said, 4 weeks and they'll be ready, we're about 20 days in. We've got another, just over a week to go, and I really, really do believe that message is coming true. So do check out that reading if you've not seen it already, because the masculines who were too immature, they weren't in the right space for a relationship before, because they were just kind of like childish, but just in the sense that they weren't in the space ready to be in a relationship. But look, we have the King of Cups now for the masculines, so not quite taking action towards a relationship, but definitely in a more grounded and stable place, feeling in tune with his emotions. And we've got rid of that fish which was in his cup. He's got a nice empty cup, really ready to offer to his feminines. For his feminine, sorry. Okay, let's look at the feminines now. So where are the feminines at currently? These two fell out, so I'll take them both. Feminines, Knight of Swords, again, it's out, and the Two of Pentacles. So feminines, right now, we have you finding balance in your life so you can take action towards your goals. This is deciding what is coming in to stay and what is going out to leave. The Knight of Swords is kind of in and out energy, or it can be. So I feel this, feminines, right now, you are out with the old, in with the new. That's your mindset, that's where you're at right now, and that's a really good space to be, because this is finding the necessary balance you need in your life. Okay, going to go back to this deck now and just carry on pulling to get some more messages for what we can expect to see in the collective soon. I still want to focus on the next couple of days, so the weekend and just after, what can we expect to see in the collective? Queen of Wands, feminines are going to be feeling very, very independent, and either things are going to start happening very, very quickly, which, is the message when the Ace of Wands appears, or we could have communication. So weekend or shortly after, I feel like for many of you there will be communication. Let's see what this communication is going to be about. So what is this communication about? Strength. And I heard I'm ready. In my head, I heard I'm ready. The immature masculine who wasn't ready for a relationship before has now evolved into someone who is more ready, and this strength card is I'm ready to see where this goes, I'm ready to see what we can do together. It's like they're not quite all in, they're not quite ready for a relationship as in like full-on commitment, but they're ready to give this a really good go now. They're ready to be like, let's work towards moving into a relationship. How can we build a solid foundation? How can we make this relationship strong again? Because we know the connection is eternal. We know the love we have for each other. How can we make this work? Because let's do it. Yeah, we're getting free of this past now. No longer feeling stuck. Things are not stuck any longer. For some, the masculines are going to be charging in quickly as this Knight of Swords to free their feminine, their damsel in distress. It's very kind of like romantic energy I'm getting from these masculines, which is always expected when we've got cups here. Romantic, loving, emotional, and that's what's the driving force now. I do feel like communication is going to start coming in though. I think right now it's being planned. So currently it's all being planned, it's all going on behind the scenes, and then this weekend and shortly after, that's when we're going to start seeing actual communication, actual progress. Because you'll have the ability to see things from a higher perspective. I've just seen some giraffes in my head. So this is looking at things from a higher perspective and really just rising above all the 3D stuff and just understanding the connection, you know, for what it really is. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, solid and stable new beginning is coming. So prepare. Get ready. It's about to get exciting. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards from a tarot of sexual magic just to get a couple more messages. And then I think we're going to close the reading there because I don't think there's much else to say. I think there's so much going on behind the scenes and I don't want to pry too much. You know, when I get messages like this, I know when to stop because Spirit's like, look, this has to be a surprise. You can't ruin everything. So yeah, give people an idea of what's coming, tell them the current energy, and then, you know, let the universe really do the rest. Okay, let's see what messages we need from this deck. This is the Tarot of Sexual Magic. If you're offended by nudity, maybe click off now. Seven of Wands. This is if you've been suspicious, if you've been doubtful, then this is all being resolved. There's clarity. Clarity is coming in. Suspicions are really being dissolved. Did you see that fly out then? We have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is a card of closeness. You know, it's a card of you two coming together. This is, you're being brought closer together so that you can be intimate again and safe. I'm really hearing the word safe. You know, that seems to be important. So if you've not felt safe in this connection recently, then know that that's being resolved. Yeah, clarity is going to really illuminate feelings and situations. So you're going to really know the truth of what is going on. The truth of what is going on, and it is happening soon. It is going to happen very soon for lots of you. There's cycles closing out for the whole of autumn and new beginnings coming in. The Three of Wands is also a card of rediscovering a feeling you thought you had lost. So you and your counterpart are going to be reconnecting, you know, getting rid of those suspicions and doubts and just reconnecting with each other. Because you've been vibrational matches all along. You've always been this energetic counterpart. There's no escaping that. But it's like you thought you'd lost this physical connection, but you hadn't. Because Judgment is here. And look at Judgment. Look at the way you two are bound together. And what's interesting here is you see the red string. Well, if you look in this card, they've both got this red ribbon tied around them. So yeah, this was never lost because Judgment says it couldn't have been lost. This connection, you two really are bound together. And you're being brought back together now. The time is right. This is transforming a stagnant situation. So if there's been no progress, no movement, then know that that is being transformed and new energy is being brought to this situation. Is an unexpected energy though. It's something that happens quite suddenly. Probably this tower we've got over the weekend. For the next couple of days, please, Spirit. Okay, we've got Hermit. So we've got, I always see it really as the masculine spending time alone, and we've got the Tower again. This weekend, the masculine, through spending time alone, is going to have this Tower moment, is going to have this life experience, this sudden realization. What is this Hermit about? Let's see. It's about slowing down. The masculines have really taken a step back. They've slowed things down. I feel like for many of you, your masculines have been very in and out of your life, really wanting to get things moving, then having to withdraw because they were triggered or you were both triggered and there was more healing to do. This is the masculine being like, I don't want that anymore, so I'm going to slow things down. So they might have pulled away completely so that they can slow the pace down. And this is allowing things to grow. This is for space which is needed for seeds to really grow, and for them to realise the right action. You know, what is the right action to take. And then we've got this Tower coming in. We really do have this Tower. This is definitely more masculine energy that I'm getting for this right now. It is something which is causing these masculines to move, to take action. I'm going to get a clarifier from this deck. Yet the Hierophant, it's an awakening. It is a realization, a spiritual awakening, a lesson learned. It really is a lesson learned. And this Tower is being brought about by, you know, the divine. It really is divine intervention that I'm sensing here this weekend. So that the masculine is going to have clear intentions. It is all about clarity and getting clear intentions right now. Empress, feminines, you'll be very much in your power. The next week or so is all about you staying strong, stable, securing yourself, and, you know, opening your heart, being open to this relationship and this connection. Six of Swords, so that you can break the chains of the past. You know, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I've been saying, feminines, you've had this sword too close to you. You know, the masculines have been worried about returning in case you kind of attack them. And here the sword is way in the background. Feminines, this is about you being in your power and putting the sword to, you know, lay it down. It's not needed. Because the chains of the past are being broken. You know, we're going to see a new approach. We're going to have lots of clarity. There's new beginnings happening in the connection. Just get one card. Fool. And we had that earlier when I used the other deck. We had someone taking a leap of faith towards arranging a meet-up, I feel. I'm just going to get one more card, sorry, 'cause I want to know what this Fool is about. Yep, Six of Chalices. The Fool is returning. The Fool is your counterpart, or you taking a leap of faith to return and rediscover this romance. And this is the romance. We've got Ace of Chalices on the bottom of the deck, new beginnings in love. This is rediscovering the romance of the connection, not the sexual pull towards each other. This is really the dating, you know, the having fun, the getting to know each other. It's the romantic side of the connection which is going to be rediscovered. Okay, we're just going to get some messages from the masculines to the feminine and the feminines to the masculine. So masculine to the feminine. We have, I'm not ready, I'm still working on things. So yeah, like I said, they've transformed from a page to the king, but they're not quite ready for a relationship yet. There's still more work going on, but they're getting closer. The best is yet to come. And one more message from the masculine to the feminine, please. Don't go anywhere, I am coming back. Yep, told you, taking a leap of faith very, very soon. Okay, feminine to her masculine. Your touch is like no other. I want to marry you, my love. And one final message from the feminines to the masculines, please. Our new beginning is so close. Yeah, she senses it. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that reading, and let me know if it resonates.